Did you know every situation, every problem, every circumstance in your life that you want to change, that if you could change, you would and you can, but it happens with your faith. You can change your circumstances with your faith. Jesus said, if you say to this mountain, move, it'll move. If you say it and you believe it in your heart and you don't hold anything against anyone, then you can change that circumstance. You can pull a mulberry bush up and cast it into the sea, and nothing will be impossible for you. If you believe you can cast out demons, you can lay hands on the sick. If you believe you can change anything, it's in your head. Your head is like your mind. It's like a computer. Whatever you put in there, whatever you allow in there is what you're going to live out. And so if you're thinking, I can't, it's not going to happen, then you're not changing your circumstances. You're not using your faith, but you're using doubt, unbelief, and you're giving the enemy license in your life. You're giving him reins to drive you into his plan. He has a plan for you. It's not good. It's not of good report. It's evil. But God has a plan for you, for your well-being, for good. He doesn't plan to harm you. Not for your harm, but for your good. And you want to follow that plan. And you follow that plan with your faith. As we just talked about, you look for that blessing. Don't let it pass you by. Say it, believe it, call it. Say what you want. Change your life. Change the circumstances with your faith. I always like to think of the little boy that was having seizures. And the little boy, the father brought the little boy to Jesus and he said, I brought him to your disciples, but they couldn't do anything. Can you do anything? Well, first of all, the disciples obviously didn't think they could. It was too hard a task for them, they thought. Because if they had faith, Jesus said later, they asked why they couldn't do it. He said, all you need is a mustard seed size faith and you can do this. Nothing will be impossible for you. And the man said to Jesus, if you can do anything. Jesus said, if I can do anything, of course I can. Jesus believed that he could change the man's circumstances, that he could cast that demon out of the little boy and the demon would leave. How do we get faith like that? Look at it, believe it, meditate on it, instead of wasting our time meditating on the lie. What if it doesn't happen? What if God won't? That's a lie from the enemy, and you're putting all your attention on him and his lies, and you're not going to believe. Your faith, your faith is diminished by the lies. Jesus said to the man, of course I can do something. And then the man said, help me with my unbelief. Help me to believe. And Jesus will help you to believe. Just give him your attention. Give him your time. Obey him. You know, it's really hard to discern the truth if you're not obeying God. Because if you're not obeying him, then you're really ignoring him. And you've given the enemy your attention. And that goes right along with focusing on what the enemy is saying to you. Focusing on him rather than the truth, rather than the answer. Rather than calling those things to be not as though they were. Rather than knowing that you can lay hands on the sick and they can be well. You're thinking about the wrong things. You're focused on the wrong things. You're focused on what is and not what you can do. Of course I can do this, Jesus was saying. And the man said, help me with my unbelief. Go to Jesus and say, Help me with my unbelief. Help me to remember to focus on the truth. You said if I believed, I'd speak in other tongues. I'd lay hands on the sick and cast out demons. You got to spend time speaking it, hearing it, meditating it. Stop wasting your time on meditating the lie, but meditate the truth. Speak it. Dwell there. Sit at Jesus' feet every morning and hear him. And as I was saying, when you obey him, you can discern the truth. And faith comes easy. You're going to get excited. You're going to want to do his will. You're not going to want to disappoint him. Everything is accomplished with your faith. Just getting up every day and saying what you're going to do is your faith and what you're going to do. Getting up every day and saying, Jesus is my healer, is your faith. No weapon can form against you. No weapon will prosper. But if you get up every day and say, I don't feel good, I need to go to the doctor. Yeah, Jesus knows exactly what's wrong with you. Why would you depend on someone else's opinion? And the world does that. They waste half their time going to the doctor, trying to figure out what's wrong. But we as Christians shouldn't be doing that. Go to him and foremost. Sure, if he says go to the doctor, go to the doctor. But if your headache is a tension headache, he's going to tell you that. And that'll save you time from going to the doctor. So you're getting this headache every day. What are you stressed out about? What are you worried about? It's a tension headache. And all you have to do, it's a spiritual problem. All you have to do is sit at his feet and get faith and resist that worry, and you're going to get rid of the headache. And a lot of things come from anxiety. It affects you more than you probably realize. And so everything can be accomplished with your faith. All things are possible for him who believes. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. Nothing's impossible for him who believes. Nothing. Your faith can fix anything. Let's acknowledge Jesus. Jesus, we thank you for this word today. We thank you that our faith has everything to do with everything, and it's simple to get. We thank you that we can just get up every morning and sit at your feet and get faith to move mountains. Thank you, Jesus. He's so good. Just thank him and just spend time with him. You know, the enemy would say, you don't have time to sit there. You don't have time not to. You sit there with him for an hour, your whole day is going to be so much better. And then speak to him all day long. Give him all your time and attention. Turn off the TV. If you don't have enough faith, turn off the TV. Don't do this, that, or the other thing. That's stealing all your time. Stop worrying. Thanks so much for listening today. God bless you.